Hello, welcome to the course on data visualization. My name is Mahesh Kumar, working as assistant professor in CSC AML department, Tipulareddy Engineering College. First of all, what is this data visualization? Data visualization is a skill of turning data into meaningful visuals like charts, graphs, and dashboards. First of all, what is this data? Today, data is everywhere. From every organization, from hospitals to tech companies, they generates massive amount of data. So, but raw data is hard to understand. So, for these, imagine a school principal receiving an Excel file with marks of 500 students. It's hard to analyze. Reading it line by line, it's taking so much of time. So, how she or he can immediately find out which student having a low marks or subject performance. So with these charts, immediately principal will find that oh, some student having a less grade. So with these, he can make this decision making. First of all, in this subject, you won't just learn how to draw the charts. You will learn how to think using data. You will discover how companies like Google, Netflix, Amazon, governments use this dashboard to predict trends, improve decisions, solve real world problems. So, in this lecture, you will also learn some graphs, confuse people, causes chaos, and how smart visual influence decision making. So, this course is practical and creative, powerful. You will work with real data sets, use tools like Excel, Power BI, Tableau, design visuals that can be used in projects, internships, and placements. So for this, I pick the analogy. This data is a new oil, and the data visualization is a refinery. For this, I start this opening question. If I give you 1 lakh rows of data and 10 minutes time, how would you explain the main insight to your manager? So this subject is exactly that skill. For suppose, take the principal of some engineering colleges. Uh, he asked he asked the HODs, give that get that who having the less attendance in all departments. If you go with the Excel sheets, principal didn't understand anything. And at time, if you show that instead of showing that hundreds of rows and columns, to just show the charts, okay, immediately he find out which branch have the low attendance. So within a blink of a second, principal find that some branch student having branch having low attendance. So with that, he can make the decision making and start progressing on the work. So these are the unit one. Okay, first of all, the introduction to data visualization. What is this data visualization? Is a art of science and uh, turning raw data into visual formats like graphs, charts, maps communicate information clearly and efficiently. Our purpose is to be with these charts, we can communicate information clearly and efficiently to help people understand data quickly and make better decisions. So, real time scenario already we discussed about the school principal, how we find out this performance of every student subject. We can find out easily with these charts. Okay, these are the some of the charts. The first chart mentioned that this is a bar chart. With these average marks by subjects, monthly math performance, the pie chart indicates that which slides have a highest percentage, and the heat maps subject by performance also mentioned here. We can slowly dive into these topics. So first of all, the I can move to this importance and scope of data visualization. Data visualization helps in speeding up understanding. Okay, visuals are processed much faster than text. So I mentioned that these visuals process much faster than text. People process visuals 60,000 x faster than text. So if you show hundreds of text, 100 rows of text, thousands rows of text, lakhs of text, the people didn't find out anything. Another time to analyze that what is there in that sheet, in that text. With these visualizations, we can find out, for suppose take this India map, in which place having the highest COVID cases. And that time in India map, one particular state having in red zone, with the small that indication, we can conclude that that state having the highest cases in this COVID. So identifying patterns, liking rising or falling trends anomalies, with this helping, within a blink of 1 second, some it will be rising that growth rate, increasing decreasing growth rate, reduces complexity. Thousands of rows became one clear image. Visualize thousands of rows easily, improve decision making in business, science, healthcare, and etc. So for these, a hospital admin uses a dashboard to monitor patient flow. He spots a rise in emergency admission over weekends, something difficult to see in raw table. And at time, we can with this again, we are looking to these sheets and reading how many patients are there. These are not happening only with the line of some little line, just in from 12 to 1, the patients are very high. And at time, we can choose another time, and we can plan for the daily routine. So with these visualizations, a lot of scope is there, that importance is there. And coming to scope, in business intelligence, it is using scientific research, financial analysis, marketing and customer insights, generalism, data, stories. So in generalism, everywhere we are using this data visualization. Coming to this data visualization, so instead of reading these all these excels row by column numbers, and rows by columns, all these values, instead of doing this, we just show the chart. We can conclude that this is the information. Without any data, we can conclude that some having that item A having uh, value 1 having a heavy, and value 2 having low number. So with these conclude, data visualization is very important for these decision makings, and all over these identifying patterns, reducing complexity, speeding up understanding. So thank you.